Well, me and Mr. Hesh, the corporation counsel, were on the 23rd floor. I told him we got to get out of here. We started walking down the stairs. We made it to the 8th floor. Big explosion. Flew us back into the 8th floor. And I turned to Hesh. I said, this is it. We're dead. We're not going to make it out of here. I took a fire extinguisher and I bust the window out. That's when this gentleman here heard my cries for help. This gentleman right here, and he kept saying, stand by, somebody's coming to get you. They couldn't get to us for an hour because they couldn't find us.
.911 bombshell. WTC7 security official details explosions inside building. Says bombs were going off in WTC7 before either tower collapsed. Now, I know his name. He's a prominent individual associated with New York security. There have been videos of him on the news saying this on the day, but they cut it up to edit it where it was just him talking about explosions, and they made you think that was when the tower started falling. No. This is Building 7 when the second tower hadn't even been hit yet.
Absolutely, and that's just another piece of the puzzle, and now we have a corroborating witness saying there were explosives in Building 7 prior to the collapses of the building, which is a huge blow to the official version because, again, there was no loss of life, and plus, we know this guy testified before the 9/11 Commission. I mean, he told us, and he was like, I thought they were just conducting a real investigation. He's like, I don't know if they liked the answers I gave, but I told the truth, and he never heard anything back from him.
So we subsequently went to the stairwell and we're going down the stairs. When we reached the 8th or the 6th floor, the landing that we were standing on gave way. There was an explosion and the landing gave way. And I was left there hanging. I had to climb back up and now I had to walk back up to the 8th floor. After getting to the 8th floor, everything was dark.
All right, that's the first clip. We're going to put a second and then the third, the new clip no one's heard yet. Now, to be clear, it's also big news there that he's confirming what Giuliani said. Giuliani slipped up to Peter Jennings and said, yeah, I was told to get out of Building 7 because the other towers were going to collapse. Now, this is what he's saying. Now, Giuliani confirmed this. Then the media tried to spin it and deny it. And our reporters, wearechange.org and Infowars.com reporters, just a few weeks ago talked to Giuliani 3 times. And he said, I never said I was told Tower 1 and 2 were going to collapse, though he told Peter Jennings, and then he told the 9/11 Commission the same thing. So now he's been caught in a lie. New York NBC did confirm he's lying, did post his quotes from the 9/11 Commission, caught in a lie. But here is another emergency manager, high level, and saying that he was told, get out of there. Okay, he's told, get out of the building. That's important, isn't it, Jason?
It is important, and actually Giuliani was on Barclay Street when he had been told that the first tower was going to collapse. However, discussing with this individual,
yeah, that's the point is he's told get out. He's told,
yeah, absolutely. But he also told me that Giuliani was in 7 earlier in the day, and that's why the other individual was with him. He was told to meet him there. And in the hurry that a lot of these people left, I would only assume that they were setting up tripod, as this guy also confirmed to me, and that they had it somewhat manned. But when this thing went down, they probably called up the office and said, get out of there right away, come down.
Well, they always use, for those that don't know, they always use a drill as a cover. That way, if your operatives get caught in the government planting bombs to be blamed on somebody, you can say you're part of the drill. Take during the G8 a few weeks ago, they caught American agents, major German newspapers, with plastic explosive bombs. Notice that was the time we did confirm Bush was sick. Bush wasn't going to be there. He was sick. And then they catch U.S. agents with bombs. And they said, oh, it's just a drill. And on 7/7 in London, drills of the exact same trains, exact same time, being bombed.
Yeah, by Visor Consultants. It's unbelievable.
And on 9/11, they had drills that the Pentagon was running of hijacked jets being flown to the World Trade Centers, Pentagon, and Capitol. Travelers building in San Francisco. We've got them. Here's the second clip. Then we'll play the new clip in a moment. Here's the second clip.
Well, I'm just confused about one thing, and one thing only. Why World Trade Center 7 went down in the first place. I'm very confused about that. I know what I heard. I heard explosions. The explanation I got was it was the fuel oil tank. I'm an old boiler guy. If it was a fuel oil tank, it would have been one side of the building. When I got to that lobby, the lobby was totally destroyed. It looked like King Kong had came through it and stepped on it. And it was so destroyed I didn't know where I was. And it was so destroyed they had to take me out to a hole in the wall, a makeshift hole that I believe the fire department made to get me out. Me and Mr. Hester.
All right. Now, this next clip, set it up for us.
Basically, it's just a short clip confirming that explosion that took place on the 6th floor was prior to both towers collapsing. He just confirmed it because we wanted to make sure and clear, because we knew what the debunkers were going to say. We're going to say, oh, well, that explosion was just the first tower collapsing. Absolutely not. He confirms right here it was prior to both.
Here we go.
As I told you earlier,
Yes.
both buildings were still standing because I looked one way, looked the other way. Now there's nothing there. When I got to the 6th floor, before all this happened, when I got to the 6th floor, there was an explosion. That's what forced us back to the 8th floor. Both buildings were still standing.